What's up, everybody? It's your boy Coach T with Chicago Bears 360. Back with another live video for y'all. Listen, a live show for y'all. I'm back. Try to do it again. Ran into some technical difficulties yesterday. Come to find out, we had a huge windstorm out here yesterday. And I think that's what kind of kept knocking us offline. So my apologies to StreamYard for blaming them for my technical difficulties yesterday. As y'all can see, I'm working with some new equipment. So shout out to me. You know what I'm saying? Bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling myself. Hey, listen, we're going to get into this Caleb Williams video today, man. We're going to talk about Caleb Williams. The Bears interviewed a new offensive coordinator on today. We'll discuss that a little bit and so much more. Y'all know what's next. Listen, do me a favor, too. I need y'all's help. Let me know how's this mic, ringing through here in this situation right here. Let me know if the vocals is coming through in the chat as we cue the intro, and we'll get it going. Thanks for y'all support. Let's get it going. Cue the intro, maestro. Let's go.
Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence. On the road to them Benjis, I feel my teeth with diamonds. I'm high as fuck in the sky, you would've thought I'm pilot. I'm from Chicago, it get ugly, fill the streets with violence. Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence.
Past, present, future. We bear down.
And just like that, we're back. Hopefully y'all can hear me just fine. We're not getting any feedback from the music and all that good stuff. Appreciate you, Nelson, for letting us know, man. Like I said, trying a new setup today. So, like I said, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us today. I'm kind of building the show on the fly today. So thanks for hanging out with me. So we checking out this new OC from Carolina, the Bears interview today. Going to talk about him a little bit, look at his resume a little bit, and then we'll get into this Caleb Williams film. So the Bears interview Carolina's offensive coordinator Thomas Brown. Don't know a lot about him. All we know is, Thomas Brown was involved with the conversations that went on in Carolina when the controversy stirred about play calling responsibilities. Him and Frank Reich were tussling back and forth about, play calling responsibility. And I think Frank had, called plays, of course, for the beginning of the season. He passed on play calling responsibilities to Thomas Brown for a little bit. And it went back to, he ended up turning back over. So again, they ended up demoting him again throughout the course of the season. But I want to take a look at his resume because I'm told, and I haven't, usually I'm tapped in with these offensive coordinators, but I'm told this is a McVay guy. Somebody has mentioned in the chat, but I wanted to do real fast, like we've done with the other coordinators, and see if there are logical ties to Thomas Brown, the McVay system, and then also perhaps SEMO. Because remember, I said to you guys that SEMO being around, SEMO being part of this coaching staff that remained, along with the tight ends coach, was a key indicator for me as to what they would do moving forward. Now, I tell you this, for all of those that that really don't do football like this, and I'm not punching down or talking down to you. This is a reminder to you guys that everything in football, offensive football, starts with the offensive line, and this SEMO sticking around is the key indicator for me. Like, this is so important to about 65, 70% of what we're going to do offensively. And if I were a GM and I was trying to create the shortest path from, one offensive coordinator to another taking over, the one thing that I would do is I would keep the offensive line in place, because they're responsible for a lot of the run checks, a lot of the pass calls, a lot of the protection calls. All that stuff is kind of created from the offensive line coach. He's, responsible for, figuring that all out. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the center call is, he's going to name that. All the pass protection calls, you know what I'm saying? If they're slide protecting right, they're going to call it rain. If they're slide protecting left, they're going to call it lightning. I just so happen to give you guys my calls. How they're going to do pass protection calls, how many of them they're going to have, if they're going to do, wholesale slide protection, all 5 bodies, or they're going to go 3-by-2 zone with the 3 man to man or man up with the 2. How they're going to do that, how they're going to do run protection, the run protection calls. He's going to make up the calls for the running backs and how they're going to communicate with the offensive line. He's responsible for all that. About 65, 70%, some may say 75% of the offense is right there. Your run game, your run checks, your pass protection calls, and your pass pro calls and running back calls. It's all on the OC. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm trying to, create the shortest path, that's the path I'm going to go with it. And I'm going to keep the guy here. But let's look at this guy, Thomas Brown. Of course, what I'm saying, with the Carolina Panthers. Prior stop to that is the Los Angeles Rams. Go figure. As the assistant head coach, mind you. So he was pretty close to McVay. Assistant head coach, tight ends coach, Los Angeles Rams in 2021. McVay, Los Angeles Rams running back coach. He comes up totally out of that system. South Carolina running backs coach. Miami, Florida running backs coach, University of Georgia running backs coach, Wisconsin running back coach. So, you know what I'm saying? So there would be a running back DNA there, right? There's certain types of back he's probably going to be looking for because he's a running back coach. He's going to probably pay attention to close potential of detail in the running back responsibilities, not just the ability to run the ball, but also the running back's ability to protect. You know what I'm saying? That's a major part of the running back responsibilities. Now, here's the thing, right? That I'm seeing right here that I'm pretty impressed with already about it, right? And I'm just partial to it. You know what I'm saying? Thomas Brown is a Georgia boy. You know what I'm saying? He is a Georgia down south, DSGB, down south Georgia boy, as we call him, out of Tucker, Georgia, 5'8", 203. High school, Tucker, Georgia, right up the street from where I'm is, right? Probably about where I am, can't talk right now. Probably about 20 minutes from here. So I like that already about him. But we see here on the resume clearly connected to the McVay system, the McVay coaching tree, and that's what we learned about him, right? So, it's no mystery there. What you're going to see, and I talked about this and a few of the other guys that align with the McVay system a little bit. What you're getting out of the McVay system, you're going to get a lot of split zone, outside zone, inside zone. Split zone is always, kind of when they run outside zone with the tight end cutting across the formation. All right, I'm flexible, man. Flexible. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the split zone stuff. So the tight end cutting across the formation on the outside zone scheme. Outside zone, stretch zone, inside zone. Of course, they're going to run their counters off of that. You know what I'm saying? Toss game, fold game, wham game, smash game, all that good stuff that you like to see, and running play action off of that, right? That's it in a nutshell, right? And really, when you talk offensive football, the mystery is not there, bro. It's crazy because I said this last week. I went on a 3.5 hour interview for offensive position at a local school here, and everybody's running the same stuff, man. No matter what level you is, that's what it boils down to. So when you start running the same stuff, then it becomes about the Jimmies and Joes. And there's old coaching saying out there that it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmies and Joes. When you get to a certain level, or when you get to a certain, it's only so much you can run. Then it becomes about how well how good your offensive coordinator is. How good is he at organizing his practices, practice scripts? How good is he at coaching his staff, right? How good a leader of men is a leader? How well is he at leading other men, his staff, and also the players themselves? Because y'all heard Coach Eberflus say in the press conference that we're looking for somebody that can coach the coaches, right? And that may be an indicator as to what we may happen. And I'm not saying the young guys can't do it, but that's why I favor in a lot of these situations why I favor a seasoned veteran coach like a Shane Waldron, Darrell Bevel, or some guys like that that have some experience because you have to have those leadership skills. You have to have what we call soft skills in corporate, um, so that when you open your mouth in a room full of grown men, the other men will listen, right? And that comes from a number of things. It comes from presence, it comes from having command, but it also comes from, uh, you know what I'm saying, knowing what you're doing, knowing what you're talking about, having very detailed processes, right? So in business, we have this thing called the three P's, right? You have the people, you have the process, and you have the product, right? You have to have the right people in place, right? Then you design the processes that protect your outcomes, what you want to accomplish, and then you develop from that. You get a good product, and if you don't have the right people in place, personnel in place, you don't have the right processes, you won't have a good product. So if you don't have good practice habits as a boss of the offense, if you don't have good practice scripts, you don't have a process, if you're not telling the guys, hey, we're in from, in our cases, right, we're in from Sunday 1 o'clock, we're going to watch film, we're going to come together, we're going to select formations first, and then we're going to actually select the individual plays. We're going to have a open discussions about the first 50 to 75 to 50 plays that we could potentially run in a particular game, and how those plays look versus the opponent. Also, if you don't have an analysis that look and scouts your own team and tell you what your habits is as offensive coordinator, if you don't have an analysis that analyst that looks at future opponents, common opponents, and looks at the films and gives you a look into the future as to what you may be facing, so you always stay ahead. You have to have good process in place. You got to have good practice scripts, right? You got to have those plays lined up on an Excel spreadsheet or something like that and pass them out to your other coaches. So as you're going through practice, the coaches are following along the plays and you're running those scripts to see if they're going to work in this upcoming game, right? You have to have first and second down, third down, special circumstances, 2-minute, 4-minute offense, right? All that stuff, it goes into it throughout the week. It's a detailed job, one of the hardest jobs in all of sports, the offensive coordinator. So yes, I'm going into detail because I think, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times we glance over it. And the way we discuss it on Twitter, a lot of times I hear is, you know what I'm saying? And for those that don't know, that haven't been in those kind of situations before, it's like, they dismiss the responsibilities of offensive coordinator like he's some guy. Like, he just makes suggestion as to what we call in the game. He's just making a suggestion. No, those are strategic maneuvers or strategic choices you should be making to give yourself an advantage, right? And I said this before. The margin of error for offensive coordinator is pretty much slim and none. And this is why. You know what I'm saying? We all know about a turnover costing you a swing in points, right? It could be, a turnover be a 8-point swing or something like that, right? You turn the ball over, the other team scores 2 points, 8 point, 8-1 turnover, 8-point swing. Same thing with a 3 and out, right? Think back to the Detroit Lions game where we were up by 12 with, 4 minutes left in the game. And because we failed to move the ball, right, and drive the ball down the field and eat up clock in those 4 minutes, we turned the ball over on downs, and Detroit was able to erase a 12-point deficit just that quickly, within minutes, right? Within minutes of the game, and able to come back. That's how critical it is. Another example is in the Green Bay game, right? As terrible as the fans would like to say that we were in the Green Bay game, we only gave up 7 points, although Green Bay drove up and down the field. Now, you've seen what Green Bay did to other opponents, to Dallas Cowboys during the playoffs, but we were able to hold them to 17 points, right, by playing a traditional Tampa 2 bend but don't break style defense, right? So there are times where, as a strategy, you'll say, hey, I'm going to sit back in coverage and I'm just going to play coverage and keep everything in front of me. Yes, they may get yards, but as the field condenses, right, as you get closest to the end zone and the field condenses, we understand there's less real estate for them to work with. And so we're going to take our chances in stopping them and holding them to 3. I mentioned that game because all we have to do is score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and we tie the game up, right? It wasn't as far off as, a lot of casual fans would like to believe in those situations. Sometimes you do go in with that strategy, right? Um, and I kind of got into a Twitter debate with somebody a couple of days ago, and I said, listen, I don't believe with certain teams um, that have a great play caller at the helm, like Matt LaFleur, you know what I'm saying, or a Kyle Shanahan. I don't think all the time, every time, your strategy should be going in the game and to try to outshoot those guys, right? If you have a high power offense, and Green Bay may be a little bit sneaky for a lot of people, a lot of teams, because Green Bay has a bunch of young guys, young quarterback, but the engine of that offense is still intact, which is the offensive line. By the way, Catman, by the way, your analogy about offensive football and cars was totally wrong, my boy. We don't use that analogy. We don't call quarterbacks the engine of the offense around here. It's the offensive line, by the way. But yeah, it's the wrong way. It's sometimes you go into a game with a strategy with bend the break on defense, and you slow them down if you can't stop them. The first thing is to stop them. If the second default is to slow them down and hold them to 3, right? You know what I'm saying? There are a few times that went down the red zone, and you love to have 3 points instead of 7 points or 8 points in those situations. So sometimes you don't go into the game plan like the Cowboys did and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to match them point for point, and I'm going to try to outshoot them, because guess what? If you're not converting first downs, if you're not converting on third down, Cowboys, if you're not converting and you're turning that ball over and you're punting it, and your defense can't stop the opposing team on offense, guess what they're going to do? They're going to do exactly what Green Bay did to you, and they're going to run up the score on you. That's what they're going to do. So I say all that to say, I don't know. I don't know. We gotta make sure we're careful in the selecting. This is going to be, to me, the most critical part of this decision, and it's going to be the most critical part of how next season's outcome and the future of this franchise is going to go for the next 2 or 3 years, in my opinion. I just so happen to believe all signs point to us keeping Justin Fields and trading back, based off of SEMO staying and the type of offensive coordinators they're keeping. You can make a case for the Greg Roman situation with Caleb Williams, because Greg Roman is he's a power gap kind of guy. He likes to run zone reads, power reads, and stuff like that. RPO probably is a little bit in his game right there. That's a natural progression, right? But the rest of the guys, Caleb will have to do a heavy dose of NFL reads, and I believe, based off of the film, and you guys are going to see, there's a small sample size of him doing that right now. So yeah, we'll take a look at it and see how y'all feel about that. Practical way platform for me, and so it's about empowering you guys, to be able to do this stuff yourself, not just about Coach T getting his football X's and O's rocks off, if you will, but it's also about saying, hey guys, you guys can do this too. You can go out here and look. You just got to know what to look for, and that's really what it boils down to. You got to know what to look for. You got to have somebody coach you and train your eyes on what to look for when you're watching film. Just key signal, just high level stuff. Again, there's more detailed breakdowns you can do. And Burlismo, like people like Burlismo. By the way, this is something I do want to do, Burlismo, while you're in the chat. I do want to do a individual player personnel breakdown, especially when we start getting into some people that's less controversial. Maybe some of the other quarterbacks. When we start getting into the wide receivers, especially when we start getting the O-line technique and stuff like that, I would love to team up with you and do it then. Yeah, that'll probably be a better scenario, right? So listen, this is what I'm going to say, and I know y'all waiting on to Coach T get to it. This is what I'm going to say going into this tape, right? Um, I don't believe Caleb Williams is a terrible football player. I don't think he's um, awful. I think I understand why the hype, right? I understand you watch the tape, you watch the highlights, you watch, if you have Patrick Mahomes PTSD from when we should have drafted Patrick Mahomes, or God forbid, or we talk about drafting Deshaun Watson still. If you still have Patrick Mahomes PTSD, then I understand the hype, but what I like to be careful of is assigning generational and transcendent to anybody. And I know Sean Payton did it, and so Sean Payton's somebody, and I'm nobody, and all that other stuff. But all the other stuff I've heard on Twitter or X, but I don't care. I trust what I see, and so this is what I believe. We have to make, or you guys have to make a decision about how you feel about um, and it starts with, what did they ask Caleb Williams to do at USC for 2 years? What system did he come out of? What did they ask him to do for 2 years? And ask yourself the question, how did that translate into the NFL? How does that translate to the NFL? To me, that's everything. That's everything, right? That's everything about what you need to know. Now, that's not to say he's not going to come to the NFL, learn an NFL style offense, reads, and do better. Of course, Patrick Mahomes did it, but y'all remember Patrick Mahomes famously saying, "It took me 3 years. It took me 3 years to learn how to read defenses." So that's a more realistic analysis or path for him, for me. And so, what did they ask him to do at USC? Is this right here? This is exactly a great play to start with, because Lincoln Riley's system is a high RPO, um, our high level or high heavy RPO system. A lot of the pass plays that Lincoln Riley asked Caleb Williams to run were RPO related, right? And the first time I did this kind of analysis on film, I did about 4 or 5 games, and I was like, wow, they're asking him to run RPOs at about 75% of the time clip, right? Um, I don't believe you can get away with that in the NFL. That's a belief of mine. I don't believe you can come in the NFL and, given the down and distance situation, the aggressive nature of cornerbacks in the NFL, you're going to get away with running RPOs at a 75% clip, right? And what does it look like? What does that look like? Let's run the tape. RPO right here, sticking the ball in the belly of the running back, and you're going with a one read throw. You're not reading the defense, right? You're not going progression reads. You're not going 1, 2, 3, release the ball. You stick the ball in the belly of the running back because you're reading a read out here. You're reading a corner. You're reading a safety or whatever. And you're trying to determine, do I give the ball to the running back and let him run, or do I pull the ball and throw it? That's the quintessential basic definition of an RPO. Run, pass, option, right? Run, pass, option. Not to be confused with the zone read, or people that like to annoy me like to say, what a read option. Everybody knows how I feel about read option. I hate it. Zone read. It's the blocking scheme and then the quarterback option. Read option is redundant to me. I hate it. Anyway, so this is a typical RPO right here. All right. Typical RPO. Stick the ball in the belly, run one read, release, right? Is something wrong with this? No, it's just a one read offense. It works for the high school game, it works for the college game, because you know what I'm saying, college cornerbacks, college defensive coordinators aren't as aggressive. Here's a different angle of it right here, right? Stick the ball in the belly, you're reading somebody, and you're gonna pull it, throw it, right? One read. There's no progressions there. We're not asking you to make miracles, turn water into wine, walk on water, or feed 5,000 with 2 fish and 5 loaves right there. Now, Here's a great second clip right here because I believe this is going to be a traditional NFL read, right? Where they're going to drop back and ask you to go through progressions and throw the ball right here. So no mesh. And the sign right there is no mesh, right? You see no mesh with the running back. So we're going to drop you back, right? We're gonna pay attention to his eyes. Where are they going first? Where's his eyes going first? Are they going left to right, right to left, high to low, and in some cases low to high? I never see high to low reads, but I'm just throwing it out there, right? Left to right, right to left, high to low, right? Usually with his fluid concepts are going to be high to low, right? And is he going through his progressions? 1, 2, 3, 4, and throwing the ball. That's NFL stuff because guess what? If you get to 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 and above, right? 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12. That's what NFL defense is going to do. They're going to sit back and play coverage, and they're going to ask you to read the defense and find a hole in the defense. That's big boy football, right? So here it is right here. Y'all tell me, how's he doing at an NFL read? I'm not gonna lead the witness. Drop back, out of gun, 3-step. Y'all tell me, I'll pause it. We see what's open, right? We talk about NFL open all the time with Justin Fields, right? This guy's not looking. There's nothing here. These guys aren't looking. So they were coming to this backside 3-by-1 or trips left route. They were coming back to this post route the whole time, in my opinion. But I'm not in the huddle, but it's there. That's open. And I'm not beating the kid up. You know what I'm saying? People, quarterbacks probably miss or turn down throws at about a 10% rate during the game, just to be fair. But I'm letting y'all judge it. Compared to the RPO, what's the action? Now, this is what fans, I'm just gonna let y'all know, this is what fans get enamored with. And when you hear people like Dan Orlovsky say, well, he doesn't play on schedule. He doesn't play on schedule. He doesn't play within structure. Hurry up, catch up with us, fam. This is what they're talking about. This is the structured offense. On the break, throw that ball right now, right? That's the structure, right? This is what people are not going to talk about, right? To me, it's the opposite as everybody else. This is generational to me. You make that throw, that's generational. Y'all still with me? Did my stuff kick off? Yesterday, I had so many problems. I got PTSD. I got to check in and make sure y'all still there. This is the stuff that everybody else would ignore. But watch this. He turns the ball down. He out athletes, you know what I'm saying, a JV player. And then he throws a strike. And this might go for a touchdown. Guy makes an amazing catch. And that's what's going to make the highlight reel, right? That's what's making a highlight reel. That's what's making it hard for people to evaluate. You know what I'm saying? Give me the consistent throw the ball on that slant on the 3-by-1 and less of this stuff. It's cool that you can do it, but I want the other stuff, right? That's why I say based off of the film, comparing them to Justin, like they're the same dude in a lot of sense. And I understand, like for Caleb, he supposedly didn't have a whole lot of talent around him. But if that's the case and USC was having a down year in terms of talent, they were the same dudes. They were turning shit into sugar, right? Here it is, another kind of RPO style out of pistol, right? So here it is. There's the motion, the mesh. Hurry up, catch up with me, guy. There's the mesh. Hurry up, come on. The mesh, boom, turn and rip it. RPO. Not a whole lot to it. One read. We're not making NFL reads right there. We're not making progression reads. That's a design play. Now, a lot of the off-schedule plays that y'all see with Caleb, where he has to tuck the ball and run and do something amazing, that's because of the RPO. The RPO is a 1 or 2 read play, right? And if he turns down the throw, then it's all on him. He has to go do something amazing. And what everybody's enamored with is he's taken the off-schedule play and he's actually made those plays. That's a great thing. You do that, that's a great thing. The question is Can you do that in NFL when defensive linemen are running 4.9s? You know what I'm saying? When linebackers are running 4.4s, 4.3s. That's the question. Are you going to be able to get away with that? Right? What proof that we have that you will be able to run away from an NFL defensive lineman, a linebacker, compared to the proof that we already have that the guy we have is can be the best athlete, if not quarterback, if not the quarterback, the best quarterback on the field. We know he can be the best athlete on the field, on an NFL field at a given time. I've got a little bit tongue tied right there. All right. So let's do this drive. Traditional NFL read. Here we go. We get to evaluate something here, right? This is the stuff when y'all go do your own evaluations, make up your own clips for X and stuff like that. Don't get the highlight plays. Look for these right here. Do me a favor. Look for these right here. Look for the traditional drop back, read plays, and evaluate based off of this, because this is what you have to do at a higher clip in the NFL. Boom. What do they get right here? They get man-to-man coverage right here. Two high safety, looks like two man, right? He could have gone right here, chose to go away from the hook, the curl right there. He's going to take the shot. Hey, he read man. He's going to take his shot. I ain't mad at him. That's what you have to ask yourself. That's what you have to evaluate off of, right? Not the highlight plays or anything like that. Scores a touchdown right there. That's a good read. You saw man-to-man. You read man-to-man. You turned down the curl, and you went big game hunting, right? See, the motion right there to the running back gave away man-to-man. He said, I got man. I'm going to take the shot. You can't be mad at that one. Touchdown. All right, cool. I'm going to pause right here, come back to you guys. Let me know what y'all thinking in the chat, what we talking about, how we feeling about this so far. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feeling about this. So, Bobby, let me go back and get some shots out real fast. Let me do my little in the DM build
You
up.
got like some crazy DM.
Give me the hall. Ema, not to butcher your name, says, what do you think about Greg saying the main issue is Justin drops back being too slow? Greg who? But I'll address the issue. My answer to that is that's easily coachable. My other answer to that is this, and not making excuses, right? Your sense of urgency on your drop box is going to be tied to your route concepts. So if I'm running, and this is what people don't, again, if you don't watch anything outside the live broadcast for the Chicago Bears game, you wouldn't even notice this. If it's 3rd and 5 and I call a route, a pass play that has routes that go 7 to 10 yards, am I a good offensive coordinator? Your feet, your drop back is going to be tied to your route concepts, right? You want the ball come out quick, it's going to be 1 3-step drops, right? You got longer developing plays, it's going to be 5-step, 7-step drop. And my preference in those situations is to be under center, off of play action, if it's not an obvious 3rd and long situation, right? But you know what I'm saying? You're going to be lackadaisical with that, but it's not an excuse. You still have to do your job, Janaco. You still got to do your job, Luke Gessie. You still, if you're seeing this stuff on film, it's Janaco's job. Fix the footwork. Why you got the quarterback stepping over bags? When does he do that in an NFL game, that you run diagonally over bags and then you make a throw coming out of the bags? No, just work on the fundamentals. That's what's going to kill you in football. Your footwork, your tackling, your blocking. That's why they do indies. That's why you go to individuals and do indies. Work on that stuff at that time, right? It's crazy to me. I mean, again, you can call it an excuse, you can call it whatever you want it to be, but hey, been there, done that, man. You know what I'm saying? Been there, done that. Not in the NFL. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I love it. This is my thing. I tweeted out today earlier. I love it when guys are losing Twitter debates to me about football, and then the first thing they do is they compare me to the guys that played in the NFL. Oh, so they compare me to JT O'Sullivan, Jenkins, Chase Daniels, Kurt Warner. Thank you for the compliment. You know what I'm saying? People think they give me an insult when they do that. And I'm like, bro, that's not an insult. That's you're actually saying you can't win a debate on your own. So you have to employ or deploy the takes of somebody else that's doing the same thing I do. That's actually a compliment. I appreciate that. You can people get offended and look at it one way. I look at it the other way. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Rob says Adam Hogue said Caleb is higher, has a higher floor, has a higher floor. I don't believe that. Higher floor. Let me think about that. All right, so we moved off of the generational talk. Now we're talking about who has a higher floor and who doesn't. Do I agree with that? Higher floor. Um, I don't know, man. I think you could probably make a case for see, listen, when we stop with the hyperbole, when we stop with the you know what I'm saying, with the sensationalism and the hyperbole, and we start talking ball, and we move away from that. Are you saying in 3 or 4 years, in 3 or 4 years, is there a possibility in 3 or 4 years that Caleb could be better than Justin in 3 or 4 years? You know what I'm saying? That's a possibility, right? But what I think Ryan Post has to answer is the timing of this team, right? The timing of this team. Do we want to watch quarterback play? Do we want to watch good quarterback play, or do we want to win a Super Bowl? Do we want to win multiple Super Bowls? Like, I think we're still going to be able to watch good quarterback play anyway. But the way this team is set up, this defense is ahead of the offense. They're almost there. This defense is almost there. This defense is a three technique and an edge rusher, possibly a safety away from being a top 2 defense, top 3 defense in the league. Period, point blank. If you disagree with that in chat, let me know. Let me know. This defense is 3 players away from being a top 2 or 3, top 5 defense. I'll say top 5 and put money on it, right? It's like that. This defense is ahead of the offense, which is why I think they kept Semo, because they realized Luke Getsey's situation has them behind. It has them behind. You keep Semo, you cut down the learning curve for the offense. You focus on bringing a guy in that can teach offensive concepts. He has his language already down. Hey, I'm calling a go route and a gout. I'm calling a slant. I'm calling a slant and a go route a slow go. I'm calling whatever his terminology, his system is. He has it already down packed. He's able to communicate it to others. Call college quarterbacks generation when they haven't played one down NFL. Not to be a contrarian, Brenton, and thanks for hanging out with me, man. The first time seeing it here, but not to be a contrarian, not no disrespect to you. But I'm gonna tell you this. Joe Burrow, generational. Matthew, and this is not even hindsight or revisionist history. Joe Burrow was making NFL throws in college. He's making NFL reads in college, playing an NFL style offense. This is why Joe Brady got promoted from the NFL to from college to the NFL. Everybody recognizes the college system is like he can do it. Andrew Luck, college system, generational. And this is what I'm looking at when I'm looking at this film. Are we getting to NFL throws, right? So I talked long enough, man. Y'all should be tired of hearing me talk. Let's get back to the film, bro. I forgot what I came here to do. Y'all got me off track. Y'all want to look at something else? Y'all want to look at something else or go down the same stuff? Let me do this. Let me speed this up, go a little bit faster, and we get back to it, right? Because my detractor's going to look at this on the playback. Like, oh, you only went through one game. You didn't even do multiple games. Boom. RPO. Y'all know what an RPO is? We looked at it. RPO. Fake the dive, quick one read, right? Here we go. Fake the dive. He was supposed to fake the dive. Center screwed up the snap. One read throw. We're going to evaluate now, since we established a foundation, we're going to only evaluate NFL read throws, right? We know he can do the RPO stuff. Is that a classic RPO? Maybe one One read throws. And this is the Lincoln Riley thing. By the way, if you got sons that play quarterback, right, and you got aspirations of them get to the NFL, listen, it's okay for you to be RPO heavy in college, right? It's okay for you to be RPO heavy in high school. But if you think he has a cannon on him and he has the potential to go to NFL, pick a school that runs an NFL style offense that makes NFL reads and throws. This is my advice to you. If you got a aspiring quarterback in the house with you, I'm letting this play fast because I'm trying to get us to NFL reads. All right. Let's see what we do right here. Boom. Traditional drop back. All right, let's go back. Let's slow it down. Let's see him go through progressions because this is what you guys should be evaluating. Don't evaluate the highlight film. The highlight. That's going to tell you, that's going to make it's like eating candy. It's like serving candy to kids, bro. Ooh, eye candy. Oh, he made an amazing throw play. Oh, that looks so much like Patrick Mahomes. Boom. NFL reads. You have to read the defense. You have to read the coverage. The routes have to win. You have to find it. Hit this guy right here, right now. I don't know if I think this is a high to low read right here because he's staring down the middle of the field. Let that go. Let that go. Let that go. Y'all see what I'm seeing right here? Let that go. Because in the NFL right here, bro, you got to take these. You know what I'm saying? There's a saying, 2 nickels make a dime, right? What did Peyton Manning, not Peyton Manning, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady specialize in? Taking the nickels. Let your talent, let your wide receivers, your running back, let your skill position players turn this into a dime, right? Yeah, he's not going to take that. Safety's coming up. He's scared this guy's going to maybe jump in front of that, intercept it. Is this guy really open? It's a high to low read. I'm calling it high to low. I'm saying maybe you can get this guy. Maybe you can get this guy. This is iffy, but come on, bro. Right here, take the nickel. Take the nickel. That's 5. And falling forward after the tackle, 10 yards. Take that. 2 nickels make a dime. 2 dimes make 20 cents. That's 20 yards. We take a sack. I'm not saying he did this all the time in NFL reads either. I'm not saying that. There's plenty of throws. Go put on the San Jose State tape. And I thought he did a pretty good job versus San Jose State. San Jose State of getting through some NFL reads. Maybe that's when Lincoln Riley wanted to practice. Hey, you need to make these NFL reads at some point, buddy. Let's do it versus San Jose State. NFL read. He's looking left to looks like this is left to right, right? All my film watchers out there. Again, I'm setting the standard for all my film, all 22 watchers out there on YouTube. Stop doing film work and you don't talk about progressions. 1, left to right, right to left, high to low, at a minimum, right? Right. Okay, hooking it up. There you go. Boom. NFL read right there. Was it 1-2 read? That's debatable. It's probably was still a 1 read throw, but I'm taking it, bro. I'm gonna give him credit for that. I'm not grading you. I'm not being an a-hole. Sorry. I was finna say the other word. Try to do better with my cussing, man. I'm taking that. You got to be able to do that in the NFL. NFL read. Where's he going with this? His eyes go right first. Is it Q8? Q8 is just a halfback swing pass. Q8 is halfback swing pass right. Q9 is halfback swing pass left in most offenses. Q8. Yep. Just swing pass to the right. I mean, that's an NFL play. 1 read play. You can't be mad at them. How does it translate? This is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking at, oh, did you complete 30 RPOs and make these wild plays. I'm looking for NFL reads because watch this. If you go through on Joe Burrow's tape, you're gonna see NFL reads. You're gonna show NFL throws. Here we go. This is an NFL read right here. I'm beating Dan Orlovsky to it. No mesh. No mesh. Oh, that's the Q8. Q8, whatever they calling it nowadays. Come on. NFL read. Where's the eyes going? They're going right first, right to left. 1, 2, 3. Something should be chasing the route, chasing his eyes. Luke Gessie. Something should be chasing his eyes, Luke Gessie. Some of y'all know why I'm saying that. Nothing open. Take off. Oh, nice completion. There you go. I like that one. Come back, man. If he started right, if his eyes started right and he came back to the 4 progression and made a completion on the backside 3x1, I'm taking it, bro. That's an NFL play. You know what I'm saying? It's not that he can't do it. It's they didn't ask him to do it enough. Guess what? In the NFL, you might get away with the RPO stuff, heavy stuff. You might get away with it probably the first season. I'm gonna give you a season. You might get away with it the first season, but as soon as the NFL defense sees that you're going crazy with the RPO stuff, them dudes are gonna start playing press man. I'm gonna show y'all why they able to get away with this. I'm gonna show y'all because I ain't talked about this. Why are you able to get away with this in college? I'm gonna show you why. You're able to get away with RPO stuff in college. Look at this. Look at this right here. We're not doing this in the NFL. That's damn near 10 yards. Right? This guy playing up press. Look at this. We're not doing this in the NFL. That's going to be Jalen Johnson. He's going to get up in your wide receiver's mug, and he's going to jab the dog crap out of him. I started to use the other word again. Good for me. Shout out to me. He's going to jam the hell out of him, and you're not going to be able to get that one-tuck read, throw the ball out of your hands. It's not going to happen. A good defensive coordinator is going to challenge that. We saw that this week. I thought this was a good throw. I saw this before. Falling away, third read, falling back, Aaron Rodgers-ish. See, this is the one, they're not going to put this one on highlight reel. This is going on a highlight reel for Coach T. Going to your third read, falling back. The wide receiver makes a good move, sees the field's open, and y'all's in sync with each other, and he goes and makes a play, scores a touchdown. That's not going to be on the highlight reel. It's going to be some double reverse mint, backflip, whatever play where, you know what I'm saying, he got himself out of trouble and made a deep throw to the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. RPO, classic RPO screen. Luke Gessie. Screen off RPO. You can run so many combinations. Your route combination is up to you. Pay attention to the route combination right here. Right here, what they doing out here. Your route combination off the RPO is up to you, up to the coordinator. Luke Gessie tried to convince us the only thing that you can run for RPO is you run off the RPO as a screen versus Minnesota. He tried to teach us, tell us that this was it. You know what I'm saying? You can run an RPO. You run one of the combinations I like is a 9 and a slant behind it because this is going to clear out. And you can run a slant behind it, right? Run the 9 route with this guy. Run the slant behind it. I didn't know why we didn't run that against Minnesota, but you can run the screen stuff. Any in breaking route. Usually, if you run something behind the linebackers, it's good, especially with a big tight end. A big tight end running something behind the linebackers because this linebacker has to play the run. They're going to fall for the run motion most of the time. Run up the seam, especially versus single high safety. Run a guy up the seam, run the seam, stop, seam, hit, seam, curl. It's going to be open off of RPO. You don't have to just do screens. This one didn't work. I think he comes back the next play, runs an RPO, and scores a touchdown. I want to fast forward past this. Oh, we saw that didn't work. Knock it off. Here you go. RPO, touchdown. Here you go. RPO, one read. This guy comes up, Just throw the ball to the open space. Let them run at it. How hard is that? You're not getting away with that in the NFL, Caleb. I'm telling you, bro. See, this is what I'm saying. It's hard. It's hard to evaluate. Similar to, I equate this to, I can't wait for us, Justin, to get a competent offensive coordinator so we can truly evaluate what he is. I can't evaluate what this kid is off of running 50 million RPOs a game. I can say he has a quick release. I can say he's amazing in scramble ability, playing off schedule. I can say all of that, but I can't say he's done this amazing job of making NFL reads and throws. If you're watching this and you understand what I'm saying and you disagree with me, I can't help you. I can't help you. Look at this. Again, RPO game. He can go screen here. They got some this is kind of one of the things I like to run. Hitch. Maybe they think they're doing hitch, wheel, seam. Hitch, wheel, seam. No, they're doing hitch, wheel, seam. Yep. That's the play I run. Hitch, wheel, seam off of RPO. Look, amazing. Completion. This is what's going to make the highlight reel. This is the difference between when I watch the game and other people watch the game or watch a player. Like, to me, the end result of this play is cool. It's cool. But why didn't you throw the hitch? Why didn't you do the bucket drop here? Even off the RPO. Okay, now I'm directing traffic, parking lot football, completion. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man, but is it sustainable? Can it translate to the NFL? Y'all answer in the chat. I'll let y'all tell me. It's like watching Justin Fields tape and through the lens of Luke Getsy all over again. It's like, it's not that this stuff is bad. It's I'm not getting nothing out of it. Mesh, handoff. Okay. Nope. Oh, good fake again. Are we going? Are we reading anybody else right here? Or is he going to the running back the whole time? That's there. That's open. That's open. You think he was going to the running back over the middle the whole time? Y'all be the judge. This is not here. This is taken away. He has this guy over the top, this guy right here. So if you're going, and if you read this, this is a good read. 1, 2, 3, right? If this was a true read, good play. 1, 2, 3, hit the guy over the middle. I'm giving him credit for that. I'll give him credit for that, man. Just looks like he done it before. Come on, man. I want to get to another game. I'm just probably gonna stop after this play and just hop to another game. I'm gonna check in with y'all. I'm gonna hop to another game. Like I said, I can do these Caleb Williams films on back-to-back days for days. Like, it don't matter to me. Like, I know you're gonna have detractors and haters no matter what. Well, oh, you only did one game. You only did the Notre Dame game. Shut up. Shut your pie hole. NFL read. Here we go. Let's look at it. NFL read. Here we go. We're going. Check his eyes first. Where does eyes go? Left to right. Read. All right. Start reading left to right. See who's open. If anybody's open. All right. Do you take that? Is this open now? Is it, you throw this ball now? And does it get here? By the time he get here, is it a completion and a touchdown? Right? Boom. You throw this ball now, it's a touchdown. This guy's messed up. This guy's matched up. Again, this is being NFL critical. Throw it now. Out, go, boom. That's open. This guy's covering him. Throw it now. Right? All right. So if you miss this guy, it should be something chasing the route. This is what I'm talking about that Luke Getsy never did. He did a terrible job at. If this is my first route, this is my second read, it should be something coming into the quarterback's window right here. It should be something chasing his eyes. Oh, he got to come back across the field. Shout out to Luke Getsy for this gem of a route concept. All right, now he has to make something happen. You have to be amazing. Justin Fields. This is the same stuff. Touchdown. This is the same guy, bro. Y'all can't convince me this is not the same guy. They don't put the same level of trash out there for them to try and execute. If you hit this, it's an easy touchdown, yeah. But I want this route to be a drag route, a post, and this to be something shallow. I want to be something chasing his eyes coming across the field. This is trash. He only gives him one option or two options. Now he has to do something amazing. Now this is where I defend the player. This is trash, bro. Now he has to do something amazing. He scores a touchdown, but I don't watch football that way. All right, I'm done with this. I'm checking in with y'all, man. I don't want to see no more of I don't want to see no more. Who was that? What team was that? Was that Nevada? I don't want to see any more of Nevada. Caleb Williams, all 22 versus Washington. As we say down south, let's get into some of this Washington tape, man. Let me stop clowning. I'm having too much fun. Shout out to my wife, man. Oh man, that was funny. Single high safety. Here we go. Single high safety. Man coverage, cover 3. I don't know who this dude is. Shout out to you for making the video if you made the video. I'm ripping this. I'll give you a challenge some love in a second. Man coverage, NFL read. Let's go. Right to left. This is NFL right here. Go hitch. Gitch. Geechee. I'm calling that route set. I'm calling that route concept Geechee. So my wide receivers know they got a go and a hitch. A gitch, a geechee, or something like that. That's what you calling that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all the formation and everything. Let's call this play. Let's have some fun with this thing. Let's have doubles. Doubles right. Doubles right. Doubles right. Do we do motion? Doubles right, Geechee. It's that simple. You got to go in the hitch, and you might call out this route, or you have a rule in place for this route to do whatever. So the rule would be, hey, anytime we have doubles, the backside routes, you're going to give me a post and a drag, a post and a sail, a post and whatever, right? That's a rule. So doubles right, Geechee, completion, keep the chains moving. It's just that simple, bro. Football is not that hard, but it is at the same time. Here we go. RPO, man. RPO time, fellas. This is what I'm saying. Double right. This is the double rights, Geechee. I'm making up stuff. We're making up a playbook while we doing this film session. Man, I got to hear him get out of here. Y'all just I just seen my wife, bro. I just remember how fine she is. Here we go. RPO. This is a good look at it. RPO with so they're faking the counter. They're faking the counter. You see the guard and the tackle pull, faking the counter and throwing the RPO. Fake counter, RPO. Boom. One read throw. They're getting busy. Here we go. What are we doing? Oh, this is the play from another angle. All right, good. It's like a little screen. Fake RPO screen. Now, this. I didn't say this. I'm gonna say this right here real fast. I want the kid to succeed. If the kid comes to Chicago, get him an RPO heavy coordinator. This is why I made the case for Greg Roman. Because guess what? I'm gonna show y'all something. You're gonna take a step back. This right here is what Greg Roman runs. So this right here, no, it ain't it. This is the first play. This stuff right here, Greg actually runs this stuff right here. These pulling guards, this counter play right here, Greg's gonna set you up. He's gonna run the zone. He's gonna run the zone play, inside, outside zone. And when the defense starts adjusting to the zone play, Greg is gonna run this counter play. He's gonna pull the guard, pull the tackle, counter trade, running back. He's gonna actually hand this off, right? He's gonna hand this off a few times, and then he's gonna come back and hit you with this RPO after he hands it off a couple times. It's all a setup. It's all luring you into a trap. That's why I connected Greg Roman to Caleb Williams. Now, here's the thing. I want the kid to be successful. If you bring him to Chicago, make sure you get him the right coordinator. That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for, man. I don't for Chicago for the love of Chicago Bears fan. Do not bring, whether you keep Justin or not, do not pair these guys with guys that are not good fits for them. We don't want to see any more bad effing football. We don't want to see any more bad football. We don't need to see any more bad NFL pairings between a quarterback and an offensive coordinator. That sucks to watch. It just sucks. NFL read right here, left to right, 1, 2, going back left to right, right, versus single high safety. Looks like man, maybe. Yeah, looks like man coverage. All right, what are we doing, Caleb? Reed still on the left side, sticking to the left side, sticking to the left side. Nothing was open. Good. Right? So how do we teach progressions in quarterbacks? It's 1, 2, 3. Let me see if I can find this on Twitter. I posted this the other day. Because I have trouble remembering these rules myself. It's you read 1, 2, 3, and then you read speed, read. What is the acronym? Let me look it up on YouTube or Google. Quarterback progressions. QB reads. Speed, read. Let's see if it comes up. QB read. Speed, read. It's basically your mind should go 1, 2, 3, but with 1, 2, 3, 4. But with 1, 2, 3, 4, the first route is your speed. You have to hit that one with speed. Your initial, your 1, you hit that one with speed. You read the second guy. And then the second, third, and fourth is about you preparing yourself to get up out of there. So speed, read, something else. I posted it a couple of days ago. I can't remember what it is right now. Speed, read, something. I was trying to do some teaching and I'm screwing that up. All right. Either way, y'all know what I'm getting to. Speed, read, et cetera, right? So is he executing that? You know, you speed, read the second guy, read guy. Okay, your feet got to get busy on the third guy, and you're looking to hit that third guy on the move, third and fourth guy on the move. That's how they teach it right there. That's how they teach it right there. The first guy, speed, read. You speeding the first guy. By the time you hit the third guy, my feet are moving and I'm looking for the third and fourth guy, and I'm hitting them guys on the move. That's how they teach it. I just want to see more of it. Single high safety, this guy's pressed up, right? Single high safety. Y'all know how I teach y'all to read. Let me see. Quiz time. How do y'all read coverages? In the chat, let me know. What's the acronym? If you've been hanging out with me for more than a year, you know what the acronym is. How do you read coverages? Quiz time. What's the initialism or acronym? What is it? Somebody tell me what it is in the chat. This is quiz time for y'all. Effective like 1, 2, guessing. Y'all tell me what it is in the chat. I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Thanks for 53 of y'all hanging out in the chat. And some of y'all ghost riding the whip. I know y'all. Y'all ain't gonna come in the chat. Y'all just here to be nosy. I appreciate y'all too. All right, single high safety. Safety Count the number of safeties. SDL, put SDL in the chat. I ain't said this in a while, so I'm coming back to it. Count the number of safeties, cornerback depth, and leverage. Leverage is what angle they're facing the cornerback is. If he's facing inward right there, then it's going to give me depth, gives me indicator. So count the number of safety, single high safety. This guy's pressed up, this guy's off. Now I'm confused. I'm pre-snap reading this as man coverage, and I'm going to stick with man. All right, cool. Yeah, it's man across the board. Everybody's chasing somebody. Nobody can get open, so Caleb has to make a play. All right, here you go. Hopefully I'm not boring y'all, man. But this is the work right here, bro. See, this is the part that don't nobody want to do. I get it. It's tedious. NFL read right here. We go. High to low read. He's looking down the middle. High to low read. Hit that. That ball should have been gone. You should hitch up right there. The ball should have been gone before he broke. If it's high to low, you're looking down the middle, you're all sides and free play, especially on the free. Now, on the free play, you take the shot every time. Every time you take the shot. Free play every time. I understand why he didn't throw that dude the ball. Take the shot. Free play. Free money, man. Free money. Here we go. Let's see what we're doing right here on this next play. All right, faking in the mesh point. We have a little waggle action right here. Hitching up. I don't believe that's a read, but it is what it is. All right. I'm trying to speed this up for y'all, bro. I'm trying to get away from duplicate plays. I don't need to see the end zone shot. Not this time. All right, Washington, nothing. I think this is this is a tough game for him right here. I didn't purposely choose this. I just chose it randomly. All of Caleb Williams stands on try and hang me by my toenails. Good luck with that. Zone read. And it looks funky too. It looks funky. Ooh, look at him, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's bad. When you guys even make guys in college look like they in high school, JV team, that's bad. This kid is gifted, bro. I understand the elation with the sensational plays. I get it, bro. My dad used to say, man, you know what makes All-American? Shout out to my pops if he's watching the show on Facebook. My dad used to say, you know what makes a good All-American, son? Because we always have to play against all these All-Americans and all this other crap. He said, you know what makes an All-American? One good play and a poet in the press box. That's what it makes. So I learned early on not to trust media guys. One good play and a poet in the press box. I really believe Lincoln Riley said on some plays, just do some shit. Sorry, wife. I think on some plays he said, just do something. Just make something happen. Because this is trash. Now, let me say something about this real fast. This I can get something out of this. I can get some valuable teaching out of this right here. This garbage play, I'm gonna show y'all something. Because Luke Gessie did this crap versus Atlanta, and it drove me nuts. This is, let's call a counter read, right? Let's call it counter read, right? These guys are pulling. He's going to run zone read. He's reading this guy to see if he crashes down, right? This guy right here. If he's crashing down, if he crashes down, he pulls it and runs it to the outside. But what they're going to smartly do is they're going to send this guy to account for the quarterback. Usually, to respond to zone read, they either bring this guy off the edge because they know this guy's going to crash. They're going to slant with him, bring this guy to account for the quarterback, or they bring this guy down in the box, right? And he has the quarterback. Either he has the quarterback or he has the quarterback, right? Let me show you what your boy Getsy did versus Atlanta. All right. So we run zone read. We run this exact same play about 10 times, 15, 12 times, whatever the case may be. Justin Fields pulls the ball 5 of those times, right? And this is zone read. This is a known package. You know what I'm saying? If you coach football, everybody knows this. They know the adjustment. Either they're going to bring a linebacker to account for you like they did in this case, or they're going to walk this safety down to account for the quarterback. This is the time you're supposed to throw the RPO. Guess what? When this linebacker came up, he vacated a sector of the field. So you see this happening this time, Luke Getsy, where you've run it 5 times and they stopped your quarterback in the backfield. Then you say, okay, the next series we're going to come back and we're going to run the RPO. Ask me how many times Luke Getsy ran an RPO versus Atlanta. And if you're guessing 0, you would be correct. Shout out Luke Getsy. Shout out Luke Getsy. Shout out to the unemployment line. Let me do this real fast. I got to do this. I got to hit this like I'm on, shout out Luke Getsy. Shout out to the unemployment line. All right. I had to hit the bomb button. I hadn't hit the bomb button all show. I had to do it. Anyway, y'all see what I'm getting at, man? I want to listen. You can teach football off tape all day long, bro. How many games? Y'all want to see another one? I can't go through every Caleb Williams video or game. It's not enough film I can go through to prove my takes, but I think y'all would agree that my take is balanced about this situation and it's objective. I want the kid to succeed. Would I be mad if he came to Chicago? No, I would be mad if he came to Chicago and we didn't pair him with the right offensive coordinator. I'd be disappointed if he came to Chicago and we didn't pair him with the right offensive coordinator. And it took this offense time, much more time than it took the defense. And they fell way behind the defense. And we had a championship caliber defense and the offense was struggling. Because guess what? As Bears fans, we've known that. We've known that for years. We've known the offense to be behind the defense. Yes, I would not be mad if he came to Chicago. I'd be upset if he came not paired with the right offensive coordinator and that offense ended up falling way behind the defense and defense balling out. And we got a top 5 defense, but because they have to play so many plays, because the offense can't sustain the drive, they're not playing complementary football. And they're making a great defense like New York Jets defense look like crap because the offense can't do their jobs. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is the offense to have 3 3-and-outs and 3-12 play drives on defense, and 3 3-and-outs is 9 play to 36 play disparity. Drop a bomb for Coach T on that one. For giving y'all that football math right there. I got to give myself a pat. I'm going to say that again. 3 3-and-outs on offense. 3 3-and-outs on offense and 3 12-play drives to the defense is a 9 play to 36 play disparity. That means your defense is on the field for 36 plays while your offense was out there for 9 plays. You think any championship defense wouldn't wear out? Shout out to the New York Jets, and that was supposed to be a championship defense they had this year. That's what happens. That's why I don't want them to screw this kid up. That's why I want them to screw this situation up. That's why I'm trying to get halfway through this Washington take. I'm pretty much solid on my take, man. On what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all notice something about, y'all notice something about my tweets and my takes on Caleb Williams. You'll never hear about the fingernail painting, the press conference. I'll talk about it with other people as they talk about it, but I'm not going to break down film footage on it. I'm not going to comment on I want to go lay and pat my dog or cuddle with my dog. I guess I did say something about it. I'm not going to say anything about crying in the stands to his mom, even though I don't like it. I think I'm a coaching purist. So go spend time with your teammates. There's 50, 60 other guys out on the field with you. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about that stuff with me, even though I'm gonna let somebody else talk about that. There's plenty of I'm gonna let somebody else do the character stuff. I don't want to do it. That's not what I want to build a platform off of. Here we go. NFL read. I want to build a platform off of this right here. NFL read. What are we reading? Safety coming up. I don't know what they're doing with this film right here. Safety coming up. He's still looking left, still looking left. He's hanging on that one guy. All right, he's going to number 2 now. He's on number 2. He's on number 2. Number 2's open, Caleb. Number 2's open. There you go. And he wets the bed. When I say, bro, these guys had the same problem. These guys had the same problem. And this is worse. How do you drop that? I got to see this. Oh, hell no. You would never see the field again. Zone read. Touchdown. You score this play right here, bro. Zone read, touchdown. All right, one more series, man. And then next time we do this, tomorrow I'm back because I screwed this up yesterday. Tomorrow I'm back. I want to do a blind reaction to the All 22 on Drake May. Blind reaction to the All 22 on Drake May. One more series. Here we go. RPOs or quarterback or NFL throws. NFL throw, read left to right versus single high safety. It's cover 3, man coverage, combo coverage. Turning shit into sugar again. I mean, bro, we know he has that ability. We know you can do that. I don't know if you can do it at the NFL level, but we know you can do it. I want to see the structured throws. I want to see more. I'm almost, regardless if he comes to Chicago or not, I want to see some film, whether he comes to Chicago or not, to see if he makes that transition smoothly. Here we go. Sorry, I'm jumping around so much, guys. Here we go. Boom. A little fake mesh. This is a read. This is a read throw, left to right. See, this is where it gets hard to evaluate Caleb tape because people will say, well, in his defense, people say, well, he didn't play well against top 10 or top teams, right? Washington right here is in national runner-up. Yeah, he didn't, but this look familiar to y'all? You all? Almost can't talk. This look familiar to y'all? I mean, how do you evaluate a kid? I'm being fair. How do you evaluate a kid? I mean, you don't have to have a clean pocket every time, but how to play hero ball. That's probably the most frustrating thing about this whole situation, right? A lot of inconclusives about both Caleb Williams and Justin Fields. I can't tell you if Justin Fields is going to be a world beater or not. All I got is college tape and flash plays from the NFL. I don't have him in a competent NFL passing game. I don't have Caleb Williams in and I've said this ad nauseum, I don't have him, but he is. This is a reaction video. I just want to put that out there. All right, one more NFL throw. Let's see. Out of empty. Single high safety. Y'all know how much I love empty formations, especially when you have a bad offensive line. definitely a coordinator's best work. I mean, bro, this is so Luke Getsy right here. Luke Getsy and Lincoln Riley probably need to do a DNA test. You know you have a bad offensive line. What are you doing, buddy? You gonna go empty? And watch this. So watch this. This is exactly what Bears fans say. He holds the ball too long. Because remember, when we're watching the game on a live broadcast, there's no, you can't see all this. You can't see this on live broadcast. So Bears fan says Justin is holding the ball too long. Well, protection didn't hold up. I mean, this is the same formation as the infamous Justin held the ball in the Minnesota game. Why did he throw it? Why did he take the sack versus Minnesota? Tell me I'm lying. This is the same formation. What did y'all say? This is when everybody turned their back on Justin and said he holds the ball too long. You could have probably hit any one of these hitch routes. Well, why did he step up in the pocket and hit this guy across the middle? I don't know. Maybe because his protection didn't hold up. He's trying to run for his life. He fumbled the ball. Turnover. If this was Justin Fields and he did this, now, okay, this is a great example right here. Y'all can't see the routes off screen right here. This is how y'all watch the game on Sundays. Y'all don't have this end zone shot, but throw the ball, Justin. Throw the ball. He holds the ball. Oh, he gave the ball away. Run him out of town. He's a bust. That's exactly what would have happened. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. All right, man. I can't do it no more. That's two. If y'all want to see more Caleb Williams tape, man, I'm going to have to come back and do more Caleb Williams. But my plan is to come on tomorrow and go straight to Drake May. Again, my take is Caleb Williams is not generational. Caleb Williams is going to be a good to great quarterback. She's going to take 3 to 4 years to develop coming out of this Lincoln Riley heavy RPO system. I believe if he gets with the right coordinator, he's going to be great. He gets with the right teacher, he's going to be great. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kyman. Kyman says, I'm wrong. Hey, I don't know what else to tell you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? We have empirical visual evidence that says you're wrong. And that's why people show up to watch me and not watch you. Anyway, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? So Drake May tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with us. I gave myself the drunk uncle the other day because we had all kinds of wind issues going on in the state. Do me a favor, if you're watching this on a playback, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment whether you like it or not. If you think I'm pontificating, as somebody put it, if you think I'm pontificating, if you think I'm sensationalizing, if you think I'm biased, all that stuff, do it in the comments. Be mad in the comments all you want. Just run the algorithm up. That's what I want you to do. What else? Did I hit all my segments today, man? Oh, I didn't do this, man. I'm going to show y'all this real fast because this was the final results of the offensive coordinator situation. And myself and Steve-O had a conversation about this. And we said, this is the way it showed before is not the way we thought it was going to end up. And this is the way it ended up. I'm going to show y'all real fast. I want y'all, by the way, shout out to Shane Waldron, wherever you is right now. Don't take the New Orleans job. Come on over, man. Come on over to Chicago, bro. Yeah, here you go. I want y'all to show you. I want to show y'all this real fast. Take a peek where I got Shane ended and where some of the best offensive coordinators in the league ended up at the end of the show. Yeah, shout out to your boy Luke Getsy. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. But if we can land Shane, then again, we skip the line, man. We skip the line. Shane, Bevel, Kubiak, other guys we interviewed. Shane, This is my order now of the guys we interviewed: Shane, Cohen, Kubiak. Kubiak and Cohen keep swapping every week for me, every day for me. Uh, Today it'll be Kubiak. It's Shane, Kubiak, Cohen, and then the rest of them cats. Everybody else, I'm not a Greg Olson guy. If I had to, I'll put uh, Greg Roman in front of Greg Olson. Uh, and I don't know much about Thomas Brown Johnson. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this guy's name. Thomas Brown. I don't know much about him. He could be the next great coaching wonder from Tucker, Georgia. Um, if you're hearing this, no offense, though, holla at me. Might need a job, scouting job, something. Coach, mad respect for you. I just don't know you, bro. But either way, it's been fun hanging out with y'all. Your boy Coach T with Chicago Bears 360. I will see y'all tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central. Man, it's been fun. Kermit said, I'm going to trust a football watching analyst over the people who have worked their way to an NFL scouting position. What, bro? I like y'all, bro. This stuff be funny to me. He said, I'm going to trust the football watching an analyst over the people who have worked their way to an NFL scouting position. Hey, listen, man. The most important thing is you put that comment in the chat. That's all that matters. Um, that's all that matters. Whether you watch it or not, that's all that matters. But anyway, I'm your boy Coach T with Chicago Bears 360. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central. Like I said, we're going over the Drake May tape. I'm gonna try and move a lot faster tomorrow. But it's been cool, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all support. Keep it going, and shout out to all y'all out there doing y'all thing on Bears DIY Media. I support you. I appreciate you, and we're gonna tap in at some point. So we'll see you next time. Until then, bear down. Coach T, we out.